There are many different challenges organizations face in getting started and maintaining a healthy, functioning facility. Sometimes the funding to get started is the toughest challenge. Other challenging areas are recruiting volunteers and caring foster homes. Some of the ways they meet the funding issue is through sponsors like pet food companies. These companies help out by supplying food and some basic medical needs. Also, the organizations find some funding from sales of pet toys and supplies. Another way these groups find funding is through fundraisers. Things like bowling events, marathon races, holiday pictures with your pet, and other events. The adoption fee. This is the main source of income for rescue organizations. Some ask why it is so high and not just $20 or $50 or even free.
The first source is commerce. We rescue and rehabilitate pets. You just came from our adoption event. You saw commerce in action.
The reason for the adoption fee breaks down to cover the cost of rescue, transportation of the pets, food, and medical care. Remember, these are no-kill shelters who will fight to save a pet's life. So just because this puppy may have only cost the organization $50, the dog in the next cage had surgery that cost the organization $5,000. Once up and running, even in a small fashion, a major challenge is keeping a healthy facility running. This requires diligent maintenance, keeping the kennels and cages clean, maintaining safe distance and separation from sick and infected animals.
Well, many times they're having an animal come to them that may not be in the best of health originally. If it's been on the street, it might be thin, having poor nutrition, may have heartworm, may have intestinal parasites. The other things that they need to contend with are all the infectious diseases, upper respiratory diseases, distemper, parvovirus on the dogs, the cats' upper respiratories, but then also feline leukemia and feline immunodeficiency virus. And then when you have a large concentration of cats, you can have another problem that's caused by a virus called feline infectious peritonitis. So there are many issues as far as contagious problems that they have to deal with.
One of the largest challenges faced by any type of no-kill organization is changing the old ways. This area is a tough one to correct, but not impossible. Through the use of public service announcements, taking part in public events, and a great staff, it is possible.
I've heard over the years that the East Coast has a very low kill, and it's very hard to find a puppy. So their spay and neuter programs are working on the East Coast.
There are benefits to having the animals spayed and neutered.
Well, there's the male and the female benefits. The females, obviously you're not going to have the mess of the female being in heat. You're not going to have any of the unwanted puppies. But also, if the females are spayed before they're 2 years of age, there's a much less likelihood of them getting mammary tumors in the future. And then in the males, it makes them a little bit more mellow. It makes them more manageable, less aggressive. Your dog is less likely to roam because a female goes into heat within a mile, they know it, and they may try and get out of the yard, whereas if they're neutered, they won't do that. So a lot of good reasons to have them spayed and neutered.
I think it's all about educating the public. We have killing machines across this country. We put 3 million domestic pets to death in this country conservatively every single year. That's what I would call a kind of holocaust, a pet holocaust. So it's all about awareness. It's all about bringing this out from the shadows.
Part of this starts with the shelter staff. Their job is to save lives and find homes.
Our mission, working with pound animals, to really promote that, pound animals and mutts are great animals.